The number one thing that's helped me make a decent amount of money as a 20-year-old is conquering my mind. I don't believe in depression. I don't think it's real. I think it's a self-diagnosis. I don't believe in anxiety attacks. I do believe being sad is real. I do believe that being stressed is real. But I don't believe in these self-diagnoses. I was talking to my mom one time, and she said, I get really bad anxiety attacks in the airport. And it's like she's self-diagnosing herself with that. I probably feel just as much anxiety as she does in the airport, but I don't sit there and tell myself, oh, I can feel an anxiety attack coming on. I didn't even know what anxiety was until probably about 2 years ago, until someone explained it to me. I was like, yeah, I feel that, but I don't sit there and stress myself out over it and tell myself I had an anxiety attack. And it's the same way with depression. I've probably felt just as sad as someone with crippling depression. Just as sad as them, but it never messed with my mind, because I realized, okay, I'm sad right now, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it with the therapist and really just amp up that I'm really sad, talk about how sad I am, and just do all this nonsense and tell myself I'm depressed and yada yada yada, when I can just go to the gym and make more money, go out and do stuff, have fun with my friends, go on vacation. What do you think is really going to get you out of a depression state? Going to a therapist 2 times a week and talking about how depressed you are and how sad you are? Or going and making more money, doing fun vacations with your friends, going to the gym, running every day, eating clean? What do you think really is going to cure your quote-unquote depression? And I think that's why most people have depression and anxiety and things like that. It's because they self-diagnose themselves and they just hammer it into their brain that they have this and they're so sad, and I'm gonna drink alcohol every night and get stoned every night to cure my depression because I'm so sad. It's like these people are doing it to themselves. They're literally doing it to themselves. Now, yeah, a loved one dies, you get fired from a job, you lose a bunch of money. I do believe in being sad. That is a real thing. Being sad is 100% real. Being stressed is 100% real. But when you start having anxiety attacks and depression, that's self-diagnosis, that's self-hypnosis onto yourself, onto your brain, telling yourself those things. The brain is so strong. Look at the placebo effect. People can literally act like, if you tell someone, hey, this is real alcohol in here, they literally, it's happened to me before. My parents did it to me one time. You literally start feeling drunk. If you truly 100% believe there's alcohol in there and you have 10 beers, you truly do start feeling drunk. Same way with sickness. People can literally become sick just from thinking and believing that they're sick. There's an experiment out there they did at Harvard, and there's a guy, they gave him these fake pills, and because they knew he was trying to overdose for him. Somehow they knew he was trying to overdose, or he took too much or whatever. He was addicted to them, so they gave him fake pills. He wasn't on anything else, just these pills that they prescribed to him. He took way more than he was supposed to. His heart started slowing down. He called the ambulance. Ambulance comes. He passes out in the ambulance. They pick him up. They take him to the hospital, and they do his blood work or whatever. And they find out there's nothing wrong with them. And they asked him, like, what was up? And he said, oh, I took triple the amount of pills I was supposed to. They started reading the pill label. It was like fake pills, like an experiment or whatever. And the dude, that he wasn't on anything else, the dude truly thought he was overdosing just from the fact that these pills that he thought were real, which were really fake, there's just nothing inside of them, just from the placebo effect. And so imagine you could use the placebo effect into your will, into your liking, into your life for good, for relationships, for money, really just for money, you know what I mean? Imagine you could hypnosis your brain where you're the luckiest person on the world. I don't believe luck is a real thing. I think luck is all just perspective. You get in a car crash, a really bad car crash, lose both your arms and your leg, and I'll be like, holy crap, I'm so unlucky. I just lost my legs, which that's be absolutely horrible. Or you can look at it like, oh my gosh, I'm the luckiest person ever. I just fell off a 100-foot cliff and I'm still alive. That's why I believe luck is all, it's how you conquer your mind. Conquer your mind with depression, conquer your mind with money. Self-diagnose yourself that I'm the type of person that makes so much money. Money just flows to me effortlessly and then you'll subconsciously start getting ideas of how to make more money. Conquering your mind is the number one thing you can do to better your life, even with relationships. If you know who Drew Filmed It was, I was out with one of my friends. He asked me to go be in a music shoot for him, and we pull up there, and a bunch of fancy cars, whatever, and we're gonna help him with his Streamer University photo shoot. We pull up there, we're waiting like 2 hours. And I was like, and some other guys pull up, and they're all just like kind of like thugs. They had like wicks on, and they're just black, and they had like, you know, the baggy outfit and all that. And it was me there, you know, just a white boy there, and there's probably like, I don't even know, probably 12 of them there. Just I was just out of the ordinary, and I start telling myself, I was like, dude, I don't know, Drew probably like, because I was texting him on Instagram, like, he's like, yeah man, you can pull up for the shoot or whatever, you can just be an extra in it. I started thinking in my head, like, he probably doesn't even want me here, like, I'm dressed the wrong way, I had on like a black t-shirt and like some athletic shorts, they're all like gold chains, diamond grills, and wicks. I was like, yeah, he probably don't even want me here anyways. We ended up leaving. Drew Filmed It called me. He goes, bro, he FaceTimed me on Instagram, goes, bro, where you at? We need you. I was like, oh man, we already left. He's like, oh, okay, well, we needed you, but it's cool, man, whatever. And I self-diagnosed myself like, oh, he doesn't even need us here, when he actually really wanted me there. So if you can conquer your mind, they did an experiment, it's another experiment. They put a scar on people's face. You might have heard this one. Put a scar on people's face. And they told them, all right, we're gonna go sit and let you talk to these people. Right before they walked in the room, they said, hold up, we need to fix up your makeup. And they actually took the scar off. They're talking to people, and 90% of the people with the quote-unquote scar they thought I had on their face said, yeah, they kept staring at it. They treated me differently. They didn't really, but the scar wasn't even there the whole time. The bystanders, they're like, oh yeah, they didn't, nothing else. They didn't treat them any differently. Just treat them like a normal person. But subconsciously, almost the placebo effect, they thought they treated people differently just because they had that into their mind. So conquering your mind can get you a girlfriend, it can get you status, it can get you more money, it can give you more confidence, it can get you less stress, it can get you out of depression just from conquering this thing that you can sit down and close your eyes and do every single day. That's how important it is to conquer your mind. Conquer your mind and sit down and meditate and tell yourself, and you can't just tell yourself, I'm going to make more money, I'm that dude, I'm this and that, I pull so many girls. You have to truly believe it deep down inside your soul that you're him. You're built for this. And the more you tell yourself that, the more you believe it. It's kind of like people, when you tell a lie so many times, you start to believe it. That's what you need to do, but you need to start off not even thinking it's a lie and tell yourself, I'm him, I make more money, I can pull any girl, I have so much status, I have so much money. God himself wants me to be rich and successful. Why would God himself not want you to be rich and successful and not have so much money? They talk about, people say like, oh, greed in the Bible, you don't need to be greedy. But literally, why would God not want you to have everything that you want? Those dreams and your aspirations inside your head, who do you think gave those to you? You think they just randomly floated in there? God himself gave you them. He gave you those. Conquer your mind and believe God himself has sent you down to achieve everything that's in your mind, because it's so possible. He's the one that gave you those goals.